As the night wraps its gentle arms around you and the quiet hush of the evening settles into your heart, take a deep breath and allow yourself to slow down. Here, in this peaceful moment, surrounded by stillness, let us drift into a sacred journey through the pages of the Bible, where mystery and divine wonder embrace. Tonight, we explore one of the most curious and awe-inspiring moments in all of Scripture. A moment so rare, so mysterious, it has puzzled and inspired believers for generations. The story of a man named Enoch, a man who never died. Imagine that, a human being just like you and me, taken by God, alive, vanishing from the earth without tasting death. What kind of life must he have lived? What made him so different, so pleasing to God, that he simply removed him from this world? It's a question that invites us to wonder, could it happen again? Could there be others chosen like Enoch? And what does his story teach us about the nature of faith, the heart of God, and the mysteries we often overlook in our modern lives? The Bible tells us in the book of Genesis chapter 5 verse 24, "And Enoch walked with God, and he was not, for God took him." Just 10 words. 10 brief words to describe an event that defies our understanding of reality. But these words are anything but ordinary. They hint at something holy, something deeper than we can see at the surface. They suggest intimacy, closeness, favor, and perhaps a glimpse into eternity. To walk with God. What does that truly mean? In the ancient world, this wasn't just poetic language. It was a way of describing a deep, daily fellowship, an unwavering commitment to live in harmony with the Creator. It meant aligning one's heart, one's choices, and even one's thoughts with the divine will. In a world that was rapidly filling with corruption and wickedness, Enoch stood apart. He chose a different path, a path of light, a path of communion, a path that led not to death, but to something entirely other. Hebrews chapter 11 verse 5 gives us a little more insight. It says, "By faith Enoch was translated that he should not see death, and was not found because God had translated him. For before his translation he had this testimony, that he pleased God." There it is again. Enoch pleased God. So much, in fact, that God interrupted the natural order of life and death to preserve him, to carry him directly into his presence. What kind of faith moves heaven like that? What kind of life leaves such a testimony? It wasn't about miracles. Enoch isn't known for parting seas or calling fire from the sky. It was his walk. His quiet, faithful walk. His everyday choices to trust God, to listen, to follow, to honor, even when no one else did. In a time when humanity was drifting far from their Creator, Enoch's heart stayed anchored. That faith, calm, consistent, and unwavering, was what pleased God. And that brings us to a beautiful truth. God notices. He sees the quiet devotion, the prayers whispered in secret, the decisions to choose love over pride, humility over ego, obedience over impulse. Enoch reminds us that a life lived close to God, even in obscurity, is never invisible to him. Some have wondered, was Enoch taken because he was perfect? Was he sinless? But the Bible doesn't say that. What it does say is that he had faith. And that faith, not perfection, was what pleased God. In fact, Hebrews chapter 11 verse 6 follows with a profound statement. "But without faith it is impossible to please him. For he that cometh to God must believe that he is, and that he is a rewarder of them that diligently seek him." There is no requirement of flawlessness, only belief and diligence. That's something every one of us can hold on to even now as you lie there in the stillness of night. You don't need to be extraordinary. You just need to be faithful. Day by day, step by step. Another beautiful detail about Enoch is found in the book of Jude chapter 1 verses 14 and 15, where it's written that Enoch prophesied, saying, "Behold, the Lord cometh with 10,000s of his saints, to execute judgment upon all." This shows us that Enoch was not only close to God but also bold in speaking truth. He saw things others couldn't. He spoke of a time yet to come. His relationship with God gave him vision, understanding, a purpose that went beyond the limits of his time. And so, Enoch's story becomes more than just a mysterious moment. It becomes a model for us. A reminder that walking with God is not about escaping the world, but about transforming how we move through it. With every breath, with every choice, with every quiet moment of surrender. Even today there are many who walk in faith, unnoticed by the world, but cherished by heaven. And though you may never see a chariot of fire or be translated into the clouds, your journey matters. Your walk matters. And God is watching. Not to judge harshly, but to reward, to embrace, to lift you when you're weary. Now, as your eyes grow heavier and your mind begins to float like a leaf on a calm river, let your heart rest in this truth. God is near. closer than the air you breathe. Just as he walked with Enoch, he desires to walk with you. Through every storm, through every shadow, through every joy and every sorrow, you are never alone. Let the words of Psalm chapter 4 verse 8 fill you with peace. I will both lay me down in peace and sleep, for thou, Lord, only makest me dwell in safety. What a beautiful promise. As you sleep, he keeps watch. As you dream, he surrounds you. There is nothing hidden from his care, nothing too small for his attention. Isaiah chapter 41 verse 10 offers another comfort. Fear thou not, for I am with thee, be not dismayed, for I am thy God. I will strengthen thee, yea, I will help thee, yea, I will uphold thee with the right hand of my righteousness. Even in your most fragile moments, he is holding you. Even now. So let go of every burden. Release every anxious thought. Like Enoch, choose to walk closely, simply, quietly, with your Creator. For in that walk is life, peace, and the kind of faith that echoes through eternity. You are seen. You are loved. And tonight, you are held in the arms of the one who never sleeps, who never fails, and who never forgets you. Sleep now, in perfect peace. God is with you.